came loose. I was turning it. Mocha's barking at somebody outside the window. So welcome on in. Hopefully everybody is doing well tonight. I'm gonna move this board down. I'm gonna our leaf and our leaf, but our pumpkin. I'll get it right in a minute. Having my tea. No, you don't need to be doing all that fussing. So hopefully everybody is doing well. I'm just making sure that it's not lagging on you. Now I want to say just a something real quick before I kind of go into it. Uh, today, this is our first live as they're changing the analytics for everybody. And to everybody that doesn't really understand YouTube and all that kind of stuff, it ain't gonna matter much to you all. But understand, everybody across the board, it is going to show that the videos and the lives have more views than maybe what they actually have. On the one side, to the viewers, it's going to look like that. To you all, it's going to look like that. It's even more important, I think, now that, hi, Mac, welcome on in. Hi, Peyton, welcome on in. And if I wasn't before, I don't know what happened. The YouTube tends to unsubscribe people. I thought I was, but they do it. They just unsubscribe people and then they subscribe them back. Who knows, right? They subscribe and then they unsubscribe, and you just don't understand why. So anyway, understand that as of tonight, everybody's view count throughout the day is going to look higher. So it's going to look like, let's just say, my normal one, maybe for something like this, would say 400. It may show it has even more views than what it normally has, and that's only because they've changed the analytics to make it that the first time somebody sees this is the view count on it. So just want to make sure that's outside and not inside, right? So I think it's even more. Yeah, absolutely. I gotta find out. I know where oh, here it is. I need to pin it. Um, so it means even more important, I think, to every content creator that we can have not only to me, the view count really doesn't matter to me. I want the engaged views. I want people that are engaging both in the content, they're actually engaging in their comment section, they're engaging in our channel. So it's going to be nice to see the views probably go up a lot more, but again, I'm going to be looking at what the engaged views are, not necessarily what the view count is. So I think it's really important that, especially the channels that you want to support, that you absolutely. Yep. It won't count. That won't change on anything from yesterday back. That'll be the old analytics. But from everything today forward, it's going to reflect a very different view count. So I think it's even more important that you are engaged into your favorite channels, your channels that you are in here supporting, that you are even more engaged. You're making sure you're commenting, you're making sure that you're engaged in their feed and so forth, because that's going to, I know for me, it's going to mean a lot more than what the view count is. So just a little something just throwing on up there, but we'll get there. I think we're about 710 watch hours away from full monetization again. And yes, I survived my daughter's wedding. Absolutely. In my juice, I got a batch of juice today. And that kale, the last time I did the kale, that last little batch, put it in the refrigerator and forgot about it, thought it'd be good. And it turned. This is kale, pears, apple, carrots, strawberries. So I'm starting back on the juice journey again. I really kind of miss it, but I just kind of got away from it. So anyway, got that. We're finishing up the pumpkin. I got that. And I can't stay on here terribly long because I forgot my containers again. Because we have to get up in the morning and go to Christina's, and I have to actually go help my mom make some goulash because we usually try to bring something so we can actually bring her some kind of meal so she can just pop it in the oven in the evening. So anyway, we're gonna just put some goulash in the pan and bring that up. So we got the meat cooked. I have to just get pasta and put it all together real quick, which won't take terribly long, but I need to be up at a decent time. So we'll probably do a live on our way to that uh, to our house tomorrow. I also want to show you Christina's newest King of Saga project. I will bring it here so you can see. I think she did a tremendous job. She is getting better and better and better at this. She did a great job on this. And so that's another one on my pile of stuff. I'm going to put 2 links in here, y'all. They're new. Fall Wish and Frames. Remember, we do have memberships. I gave the last little bit of memberships for this month. I did that on the live with Elevate. I'm going to explain. Y'all, if you want to, I have put on the wish list, I have 2 wish lists. One is the frame wish list. Do you see the stack of King of Saga that have to be framed? You not see this? It's growing. Um, we are going to be going. We've signed up, and it's I didn't do it last year, but I've done it in previous years. Uh, uh, a fair, a craft fair on the 14th, and I'd like to take some of these projects that are stacking up here along with Josh showed his tool the other day, but some they need to be in frames, and Josh can make it relatively easily. So there is a wish list that consists of framing supplies, wood, some glue, and bound or little, I don't know what to call them. They're things that you put around that while the glue is drying, that the frame can be stuck together. So we have that, so we can at least build the frame and then use or felt for the behind part of it. Hopefully, I'll have enough felt. I may have to eventually order more of this, but that's it's not terribly expensive. So we have that on the fall wish list. Okay, we have uh pumpkins. I want to show you how to do King of Saga foam pumpkins, but they have to be polystyrene. Ornaments, which they're polystyrene. The hooks for them, and what else? The hooks, the ribbon, and stems for the pumpkins. I also have, um, I did put one thing on there that's not fall related, and that's just a gel cushion. I want to try this one and see how it is because for sitting here for long periods of time, sometimes it tends to bother my back. So there is a cushion in there. I have put that on our list, um, on the community post to go out at 8 o'clock. If anybody feels led, you don't have to. I'm just putting it there as a wish list because you know the supplies aren't terrible for this art, but as we're expanding and as I'm showing you stuff, the costs build up a little bit. So any help with that would be appreciated. Another thing is you can get um, yarn fabric at the Dollar Tree. Let me get away from yarn, right? Fabric at the Dollar Tree. And one of the projects I want to show you, one of the ones we want to take to the craft um, fair, is getting notebooks. You all are probably familiar with the compensation notebooks. You can take these compensation notebooks, and one of the things on the compensation or on the wish list is uh, uh, heat and bond. And you take heat and bond and you put it on your fabric. I did get fabric from Dollar Tree just so you could see that. I thought it was pretty half not half bad. I wouldn't get a lot of fabric from them, but I did pick this up because I thought it would go with the blue. If you go to Dollar Tree, you can get the regular standard compensation book. Um, they do have one that's kind of a plastic see through. You do not want that one because that's going to melt in the heat. But then they have the pink. We're not worried about the pink. We're more worried about the front. I loved this one too because at least with the back, I got purple and I got green and I got blue. So let's just see for like the blue, if we took this. So this is like this. Okay. It's like this on here and take the fabric, the seal, the heat, the press and seal, not yeah, heat and bond. I'm gonna get it right, y'all, and putting this over it a little bit, okay, and then you're going to cover it once the heat and bond is on there. So we will definitely. I just thought this one would go really well with this. So that's that. I wouldn't get too much fabric from hi Riches. I wouldn't get too much fabric from Dollar Tree, but I did get this just because I wanted to show you can. This is gonna make a great Christmas present, y'all. So like I said, there are wish lists on the community tab. They're coming at 8 o'clock if I feel so led to do so. Um, but we can go through our fabric and like this one here, right? I'm not worried about the front, so don't worry about the front of it, right? But like you could take this fabric. I don't know if it'll be big enough. It had to be a bigger piece, I think. Yeah, be a bigger piece. So take our bigger pieces. I can find them. This a bigger piece? No, it's a smaller piece. Not a bigger piece. Where would a bigger piece be? So, like for instance, is this one it? This a bigger piece, just for instance. Take something like this, right? And put it on here and cover it. It wouldn't be like this. Cover it I probably pick a longer piece because this is going to be just enough to fit it, not quite enough. And we can find some, maybe go to our craft place that we love and put it on. But you put this on top. You put this on top of your notebooks, and this makes great Christmas gifts. I wouldn't necessarily use this one for this, but it wouldn't have to be the standard one where you can take this and put this down like this. Look at the difference, y'all. Right? You still have the back. Doesn't have to be the normal composition books that you see for the back of it, right? Still would have the back, but you can cover all of them and you do it with heat and bond, right? And then you put some fabric piece on top. You can still see the words through here, so we probably would have to bond it with white together, but still, we could go and pick some really pretty fabric with some of these notebooks. This would make a great Christmas present. I was just showing you from the batch here that I had, right? But you would take the notebooks or we could go into our stash here. Where's the one that I'm looking for? Like here. Okay. And take this. Got some of this. I probably would use this on one or two of them, right? And now, look at that. Now you've got a great Christmas gift and put the heat and bond on it. No sewing required. So what you do is you take the iron and you put the heat and bond a little bigger than your actual notebook, and you put it on here, and you iron it onto here, and then you cut around. Now you got a notebook. And then with something like this, now we got something to kind of be the same on the back as the front. What a beautiful thing, right? Absolutely beautiful. So again, I did put the heat and bond on there. I did get several notebooks because for the craft show, we do want to absolutely get some. But I did want to show you all. You don't have to just look for this one at the Dollar Tree. They have purple. They have this. They have other ones with other designs and everything that you could do. Don't worry so much about what's on the front, but the fact that they have the different colors. So I got them. And like I said, if we don't have the fabric, I'll go with Country Fabrics. And then September, a Country Fabrics is having a tent sale and they're having discounted fabric. So we may find some fabric and I can get some more. And I thought, well, I'll take them to the local crafts fair in November. And then if by chance they don't sell, then I will absolutely make sure that I put them and take them with me when we go to Indiana and give them to some of my nieces and nephews for Christmas. So, I mean, what? Cost $1.25 for the notebooks per each. And the fabric, if you go to your local store, you can get really nice fabric. You can get a fourth of a thing for maybe $2 and maybe do 2 or 3 notebooks. And the heat and bonds like $8 for 5 yards. So anyway, I did put that up there. If anybody feels so led, they can do it. No pressure, but it's there. For anybody that wants to. And then hopefully I don't choke. So Tuesday, we will probably doing a live from the road. Tuesday for sure. Maybe on the way back. Thursday on the way there and back. And I'm gonna clean this off. It's all sticky. And then on Friday or on Saturday, probably going up there. Yeah, it is. It's a really inexpensive way over the Christmas holiday to think about doing a really inexpensive project, a gift. Get somebody a really nice pen. So we'll probably try to find some pens that would go with each set, each notebook. And you get pens and you do pens and get some heat and bond and use an iron. We all know how to do them, right? And and so this way you can make an easy Christmas gift. And like I said, I did put, and hopefully that should help. I did put on the thing also, need to get some napkins or something for here. I also put, because I want to do Kina Saga pumpkins, 3D pumpkins, and Christmas ornaments. Because those are another thing that you could go do. You can just go get Christmas fabric. You can go to your local craft stores or go to Hobby Lobby, has 40% off. And so just something, got stickies on my board. So, but they are having a tent sale, so we'll have to go check it out on the on I think it's the 13th through the something or other. And the craft show's on the 14th, so I gotta get busy. I think I have like 66, something like that, 66 soap ready. So I gotta get busy. Yes. Well, it's just an inexpensive thing to think about. It's just the board is sticking, for Christmas. So, it's a really inexpensive thing to do. And you know, and I'm all for not sewing. So I want to try it out first and see what I think. But I've seen people do it. And it should prevent this from sticking. Thank goodness. Damn. Cannot. So I also I changed up my mind, y'all, and you can let me know what you think. I kind of thought putting this here was going to be too busy. Okay. And I thought maybe taking this and just putting it on the sides like we've started doing here all the way around. And then I may have to go find some more of this. And then putting this on the bottom up here and where the flowers are, just so that it's not overwhelmed by the busyness of this. I just thought this became too busy. Know what you all think, but I just thought it was too busy with this on the bottom. I kind of liked the thought of putting this green on the bottom because it died down the busyness. I don't know what you all think. You can let me know. We'll start working on the top here and then you all can let me know. I just looked at it the other night thinking, I don't think I'm going to stick with that. And we were treated today. Our local area is opening a Sheets. If anybody knows what Sheets is, it's a gas station. We're giving free food away. Came in, you reserved a spot. You came in, you had a sub. I had a wrap. They gave you a drink and a milkshake and fries. And fries and what else? And a cookie. And it was lovely. So we got that and we needed gas to put in the car. So anyway, we thought, well, I have to admit it was delicious. Josh had fried mac and cheese bites. He said they were delicious. Yeah, it was nice to go. And I said, see, Mom, I treated you to lunch. for free. I thought it was pretty nice. I said to the guy, he said, yeah, this is our test run so that our employees know, which I think is smart. He said they're not opening until Thursday, but he said this is how this is our test run, and we're giving free food away so that the employees knew where everything was, and kind of like a dry run. I thought smart idea. So yeah, I don't know if anybody else has a sheets where they are, but it was a pretty um, but it was a pretty cool idea that they did. Good painting. It's working for you tonight. I felt really bad because my earphones died like halfway through that whole thing, and that was hard to hear everybody. I was trying not to talk over everybody. Is everybody ready for fall, or is it just me? And I'm ready for the cooler weather. It was beautiful out today. Got my rocking chair in the car for tomorrow. I need to have what now? Here's Pipsqueak. I know what she sees. Do not know what she says. She sees something. Yes, I wasn't. Absolutely. It was very nice. It was just my earphones worked and then they died, and I was like I couldn't do anything, and then I was just lagging, which was annoying because I was lagging really bad. So hopefully I can get them working again because that was not okay. I did not like how that came out, but he's a nice guy. So and I thought it was just really good to sit there and talk to people that are walking. You know, it's great to have your community, and it's your people in your community are awesome. But you also have got to have people that are walking down this thing that can understand the challenges and the difficulties, because when you become on this side of the YouTube streets, it's a very different thing. You look at numbers different, you look at interaction different, it is what it is. You just look at it all differently, and you have to have things and people to bounce stuff off and talk things through and gain ideas, and what worked for one person is not going to work for another person, and but it's still really good to have that interaction. Yes, it was. And I giving you a shout out tomorrow. I tried to pick everybody on the panel to give a shout out to, so I've got to finish yours, and I will get back to channel shout outs. So, I've got to make several more, more of these. One of them is going down to the store. One of them is going for Fall Fest. One of them I've got to do one or two for the show that the the fair we're doing. So the craft fair. So I'm busy making pumpkins. So, but like I said, I'm not going to be on here terribly long because I've got to go make the meal. But I thought we could get on here tonight and finish this. And hopefully I can go start the horse and buggy. Because once you've all seen me make one pumpkin, I don't need to make 3,000, right? We'll work on the horse and buggy one. So, I just was like, man, I am so ready for the colder weather. Not the heat. Not a fan of the heat. So I love it's like nice and breezy out today. It was cool. I'm like, I'm hoping it's yeah, it doesn't feel like fall yet. Well, yes, I tried to hit everybody that was on that panel into one thing so that everybody that was so the people that went on to that live could find the channels really easily. You know, it's just something to do. If you shared it to your channel, I don't know if you did that, Peyton, but if you did, that's a great thing to do because then when people go on that video, they could find me, they could find Elevate, they could find all of the people that were in that chat, that live without having to search for them. Can't remember if you shared it to your channel or not. Like I said, I have grandma brain. Believe me. It's legit too. No, I'm loving how this pumpkin turned out. I think it looks so stinking cute. Yep. It's no problem. No worries. That's why I wanted to tell everybody that I was going to tag everybody. So if I do a thing like that, I always try to go back and I don't always do it, but I do try to remember to go back and, um, tag everybody that was in there just because I think it's easier for people that are coming onto that live on your channel to find everybody without having to search for it. So not everybody does that, but I do try. It's just, I did a live with Fishy one time and I did the same thing. I just took everybody and everybody that was in that live got tagged and then that way. And he was showing off channels, so then I went back and tagged the panel people and then I tagged the people that he shared. There we go. Get that little section done. Hey, Fatima. Hopefully I said that right. Welcome on in. You can do hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. For those people that are coming in, we're doing something called King of Saga. King of Saga is the art of tucking fabric into foam board. Working on a pumpkin right now. Do sell, and we will be putting this pattern up very soon on our website, our fourth wall store. Yes. And these are the tools that we're using in this. We've done several if you're not familiar with King of Saga before. A lot of people haven't heard about it yet. It's pretty new art. It is turning out. Yes. I would just put salt and pepper and paprika, a little bit of garlic. You can put some garlic from the refrigerator in there. Yeah. Just trying to get this to come up a little bit more. This is one I've done recently. This is called our Tilted Teapot. I will be putting this up on there. I promise y'all we're going to finish our goose so we can go on to fall goose. This is the teapot. You can see it better. I realized I had moved it so y'all can see it. Teapots. There's our goose. This is our cat. We have to finish. Like I said, y'all, we gotta get these, gotta get frames going with these. Our cat. Yep. Oh, I'm keeping going. I'm not stopping. Totally enjoying this. And hopefully everybody else on our channel is, because we just loved it. So we have to test these patterns out. So by doing them here, we test them out. Test, make sure. So this. And like I said, y'all, I do have to get up tomorrow and helping my daughter. So I won't be able to be on here too long tonight, but this shouldn't take too long for us to finish that. finish this section as well. Come on. So hopefully everybody's doing well. So I can guarantee. Oh, Sunday. Sorry, y'all. I was gonna tell you about Sunday. Sunday, we went. I got you. Don't worry. I got you, babe. Um, Sunday we went a different route to church, and I thought I'm gonna lose everybody. If I try to go live, I'm just gonna lose everybody because we had to go pick up something at the a store not far from the church for the luncheon. So we left a little bit earlier than expected than we normally do, and we didn't go the normal way. And I thought, I'm going to lose everybody. So by the time we got done with the luncheon, I was so tired. And I don't often, they'll tell you, because I deal with anxiety in the car. I don't often go to sleep. And I fell asleep on the way home. I was that tired. I was like, I'm not going to go live. And then when I got home, I was hoping to go to bed and go to sleep, and I thought maybe I can come on live, but I literally just laid in bed. I really couldn't fall asleep, and then I crashed about like 10 o'clock. You have to be careful with these other tools, but you can. Yeah. There. I call it a King of Saga facelift. Every once in a while, you gotta. Sometimes you have to get underneath the fabric and get it positioned where I want it to. There, that's good. That's where I want you. You're gonna get where I want you to, I can guarantee it. I want to make sure I get it before it rips on me. Get your fabric before it kind of does a fray. You're better off. Try to tuck in the bottom ends. There we go. Do. There we go. And if you're going to wait, hold it. It's got to go more. All right, then we're gonna cut this. When you're cutting in a circle like this, one of the best ways to do. Hi Jake, welcome on in. You can do hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. Is that you're cutting like little slits here? It'll make it go in more. Cut some extra off because it's way too much fabric to fit down there. This is where, like, I think I put glue on here, so I've got to use this other tool to kind of smash things down. Hold on a second, y'all. Give me just a minute. All right, sorry, y'all. I know. I know. I'm just saying. Yeah, you can for a minute if you want to get the pasta started to boil. All right, give me a few minutes. Okay. Okay. Okay, get the next piece on. Okay, get that piece done. Gotta get this piece over moving. Gotta make sure we got it up here. Didn't cut it too small up here. Whoops. I did it too. Shoot. Nuts. Well, maybe I can recover it by not cutting it too small on that side. There we go. 1, 2 little cuts. All right. Then we'll have to hit that with the glue because I can already see fraying happening on that side, and I don't know if I've gotten it enough where I can maybe, we'll see. We shall see. I did it pretty good on the other side. I didn't make it on that side, y'all. And we've got to hit with glue. Glue is our best friend when we've kind of gotten it too shy. Because it really helps. But I may have to redo this because it got really cut and there's no way of fixing it, I don't think. Let's see what we can do, because if I can bring this up a little bit, I'd make it skinnier on the there, I would. Okay, think we can save this without, because I always put a little piece coming down. But I think I can fix it. There, we fix it. My husband said, I think we can fix it, because it was just too shy. I cut it way too shy. I had enough fabric to remove it and start again. Yeah, I love the fabric outside. Love it, love it, love it. I just thought that down where the flowers is, I think it's going to be too busy. I think I found this fabric. Where did I find it? I don't remember. I think it was the blooming place I found this fabric, if I'm not mistaken. Don't ask me how I keep them straight, but I think that's where I got it from. So it is so pretty. And I have to do several. So now we're cooking like I do like Phil Robertson and Duck Dynasty. He used to say, cooking with peanut oil. So that looks a little bit better. I can fix that. I couldn't fix the other. The other was non-fixable. Because it was really this. And that's a great trick too, is get the glue out and start putting the glue around your edges that you have, because that is a great way to, because you're dealing with fabric, and it's a great way of putting it down. That one's down really good. A little hard, but that's a great way to make sure that if you're having a little bit of trouble just getting it to like want to go down, the glue has a little bit of weight and it will get it to go down. And I'm hoping, I've got to work on the wheels of the Amish buggy, but I'm hoping to get them done. All right, that looks a lot better. That looks a lot better. Whoops. Wait. You weren't supposed to do that. And yes, I talked to my fabric, y'all. When it doesn't want to cooperate, yes, I talk to it. And if you do this craft, you may start doing that too. But I guarantee you're going to fall in love with it. Hit this side. All right. Going around. It's the wrong tool, Mary. Make sure that we got this because it's a bunch of little pieces and I don't see it cut all the way through. You threaten your fabric. I love it. I've done that a couple of times. Y'all have been here when I've done that. Don't you go in that place. Don't you do this. It's a great way to deal with your aggression. Take it out on the fabric. Right. Take it out on the fabric. It works. Okay. I see something I gotta fix over here. No. Well, let's fix it. Let's put some glue on it just in case. Just in case it's a little iffy. We're gonna. Where is it? Have you ever done something and go, I lost it. I lost where I was. I've lost it. Just I can see it. All right, well, let's do this then. If I can find out where I left, where's my spot? Is it there? Yeah, it was there. I see it now. Couldn't find it. It's like a little piece of the purple that has just decided that it's going to split, like right there. And I've got to kind of issue it back into, because you don't want the purple coming through of your foam. So sometimes you got to finagle. And nobody will be the wiser. And that'll smooth it right over. I know we're not doing perfect, but I can't have the foam be coming through. And then just sometimes I know I'm not as patient as I should be because I want it to look perfect right away and it's not going to. Okay. But it definitely thank God it's brown because it kind of blends itself in. I think I got it. Okay. So it's still not what I want. I know. I get too hard on myself, but there we go. We just need to push it. We had to give it a push. Where's it now? It's good that I'm losing it because that means it's not too evident. There we go. That's what I just need to leave it right there. That's where I need to just kind of. There we go. At least I hope. I'm gonna look at it from this direction, and you realize people won't see what you're seeing. But where I was trying to tuck it in, if we can, also bring your fabric back up a little bit. See, I've got this just a little bit because it just, and then re-put it down again. Sometimes it's just the way it was put down. Sometimes it just needs let's see where we're at. And that's mocha snoring. Sometimes you just need to see if like putting it back together again, putting it back up will solve the problem. I've got lost on where I was all the time. I will. Okay. I'm not going to be on here too much longer. Have a nice dinner. I got to go fix the kids their dinner. It's just right there. Just. There we go. I need to pull it. There we go. There we go. I'll fix it. Now we got it. Sometimes you just got to stretch that fabric. And that's exactly what we just did. We stretched it and we hit it. We pulled it in a different direction. We're going to make sure that we kind of take it and make sure we get it down there and give that glue. I know I don't do the greatest job. So don't lean from my example of taking it and just making sure. But I did stuff it kind of down this section a little bit. And I'm going to take this once we kind of do that, and you're not going to see it. And we got it covered and fixed. Yay, because that was just annoying. Sorry, y'all. I try not to be perfect. It's hard, but
Hey, honey.
yes.
Too bad we don't have some of that old blanket left.
I know. He had the special blanket.
Stop it.
Okay.
Ew. Oh, cheers. Come on.
So then we take this. Okay. Take that. And I think I cut this too big. I may be able to use that up there. I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes if you cut it too big, you can use it in other places. Like I don't think that's gonna work there. Maybe. It may work. Possibly. That's not gonna work there. But I keep my scraps. I have a bin I put all my little scraps that I think I can use again. I may never use again, but you know what? It's worth a shot. We have one more piece. I'm trying to save this because I'm going to be doing several pumpkins. One for, or two, several for Fall Fest coming up. So the video is going to come out shortly. Fall Fest airs. I have to remember the dates. It's going to be in September. And then I'm going to put that there because I'm going to put this other one here. I'm going to have to definitely glue that. And then we'll be putting our entry videos in. I've got to email Gail tomorrow. And then I'm going to be doing several. So I very much want to get this done because I've got to make the video. I've got to put the video together for Fall Fest for both channels. So we will get back to Blessings Through Connection at one point when I have a little bit more time on my hands and can really focus on it. I'm not too worried about it. It'd be nice if that channel ever did wind up onto the monetization front, but we have to focus on getting this channel back to that route, especially before they hit us with all those watch hours. Ugh. I don't want to think of them. And I've got to fix this because there's the part of that that's not going to work. It's going to work, but I got to fix it. And then yeah, that's Mocha. She is our staffy.
She's a guard doggy.
We got to get this part right here where I'm going to be happy with it. There. Trying to make it not look like it's frayed because it is frayed. I really don't want to do that piece again. So just, all right, I got that. Okay, so now we're going to end this. And then I really think I'm going to stick that green because I just think doing this all the way around. They saying not to do what? Okay, and then we're gonna put this in. And then we can glue it so it stays in position. Yeah, she's snoring. She does a very good job of that. I'll take this down so it doesn't look like it's part of it. Okay, gotta get this piece to calm down. All right, now we just have these pieces here, and then I have to get going myself. Hi, Blair. Welcome on in. You can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. we are doing something called King Saga, which is the art of tucking fabric into foam board. And I'm also who you're looking at. The snoring on the bed is our Staffy, which is our Staffordshire Bull Terrier.
Hey.
Mocha, dinner, 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 dinner. We have a neighbor that takes her for a walk. And so she's Mocha, dinner, 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 dinner. All right. I'm going to go down here for a second and see. We're going to kind of go. I'll be there in a minute, Mom. I'm going to do another short line. When I do this pattern, I will make sure both of those kind of connect. But this way, the green part where I'm going to start the green will kind of look even. So there's where those little pieces are going to actually come in really handy. And then shouldn't take me too long to do the rest of this. And then I've got to go put the meal together for my daughter. So this is why keeping the little pieces work out, because take this and we're going to add that because I've got the there we go. And this way the green will line up with the green because that's what we want. We want, it's not going to be perfect, but we want this, and this to kind of be, and you can take a ruler. Where's my ruler? And see, for the most part, this edge is going to kind of line up with that edge. And then that way it'll be a little bit more balanced. Because I thought if I put this pattern as pretty as it is down here, it's going to be way too busy. So we saved that little piece, and I'm glad we did because it worked to our advantage. So again, we do have a little wish list. We have memberships on our channel. We did post several wish lists on the channel just in case anybody feels led to do it. Because we're going to be adding a couple little things to the channel. And of course, we've got to frame all these pieces. And so if anybody feels led to help with that, that would be great. Okay. This little piece does not want to do what I wanted to. It's having a moment. Like I am. Okay. Yeah, it looks so good, guys. It looks so good. Okay. I'm gonna I gotta put a little bit more fabric on here because there's a little spot. I just want to kind of do a little bit of preventative gluing. So Okay. Here we go. I got a little wonky. And that's a little bit of, I thought I had gotten it, but I didn't. I thought I had gotten it with, that it was framed, but it's not. Perfect. All right, we're going to finish. Hi, FSC. Welcome on in. We are finishing our pumpkin. And then I'm going to head off here shortly because I have to go do something. And we will be coming live tomorrow morning on the way. With my daughters. I can turn you around because Mocha went and had her dinner. But he was enjoying looking at Mocha. She's off having her din-dins. Okay. Oops, we gotta get this bigger. I can take this to our local fabric store if I need more of it, I think. It may not be exactly the same, but I can find a green that will work. I just thought if I put all that fabric around it, it's gonna be too much. I just thought it needed a break. So that's why I kind of decided on this other fabric, and I think I can use some of it for down there. And Blessings Through Connection is our other channel, which we eventually will get back to when I can have a moment. Oops, wrong code. We will get back to that channel. Right now, we're just using it to give everybody an additional shout out, but we'll get back to what its purpose was eventually. It's just, I got a lot going on. We have Fall Fest coming up. I've got a craft show we're doing on the 14th. Helping my daughter right now. There's a lot of stuff going on, y'all. Trying to get back to monetization fully on this channel, so there's just a lot. It's just not something I'd like to focus on right now, but I just can't. All I can do is just keep doing what shout outs on that channel so everybody gets a double shout out when we give it to them. I'd like to get done with this one, and then I can guarantee you I probably will not be doing anything on Wednesday except for doing more soap caddies. And if I can get myself to sit down and work on the recaps and get them caught up, because I'll be helping daughter, and I'll be tired on Wednesday, and so I'll be up early tomorrow, and then I'll be doing it Thursday again, and so then I'm just gonna be, and then Saturday, so I'm gonna be tired this week. Guarantee you tired. Make it happen, we'll make it work. Guarantee that, but so. Sometimes you need to bring until a facelift, bring the other pieces up so you can tuck some of that harder fabric down. Because sometimes it just needs to go under, and you got it. Okay. Got that piece in. And we're going to have to put some glue on it for sure. So. I get right here because it's a little bit, get that down there so it kind of tucks underneath there. All right, that's done. I'm not going to be doing too much of. Tuck it in at the end. So I kind of need to get this done so I can get what I need to done. I bring dinner up there. So I got to put that together. It's not going to take that long, but. So I don't know if anybody's got fall right around the corner where they are, but we're starting to see little bits of falls coming through. A little bit. I like that a lot better putting the green because it was just it'd have been too much if we had tried to put the other stuff up there. It'd just been too busy. I could tell that. Just gonna pick that up a little bit just so it get that underneath there. So now fabric. I need it right there. If you think that you're going to hit a fray, if you're going to think something's going to start fraying, hit it with the glue because it's the best thing to do. Be um, get the glue on it. All right, let's see if that little piece. I don't know if it's going to work. Yeah, well, we can get away with it there if I have to glue it to the thing. Maybe. Well, let's do it this. I don't know. It may not work. It may not be long enough because I got to put it down the side. Nope, it's not going to be. Like I said, if we've got to get a different green, we'll get a different green. We have 2 little sections left, or 3 really left to do. And if you get to something where you've got that little swerve, like little part where you have to do it, get it into the thing and then hit it with your scissors. Point your project down and just get it cut. And that will get it into position. See how well it just goes right in there if you do that? That really helps it. I'm gonna curve that up. So again, if you think you're gonna fray, like I can see it right here, just get it with your glue, and you are going to be a-okay. Get a fray in order, fixed before you have to worry about it. That is the ticket. I'm gonna get in here and do, well, may not be able to totally do a facelift on the phone. Oh, I was. I'm glad we went with the green because it just would have been too much. All right. It had been overkill with the other, totally overkill. And I'm working a little bit fast because I need to get this done so I can go take care of the thing. So I'll save some of this green. I'll be able to get something similar to it. Even if I do all the other part of the pumpkin and wait on this because I'm going to have several to do. Just have those 2 little pieces and then we're done. If I can get the Amish buggy, I just have to work on the wheels. That's where it's kind of like where the wheels are going to meet from the original design. I just have to kind of work on that. Okay, that snapped into place. Joshua Ryan.
I'm sorry, that is my hate.
A likely story. Okay. Probably gonna get in there in a minute. You'll have to get up because I'm probably gonna try to change the sheets before bed. I didn't get a chance to do that before I came out here. Okay. Got that done. I've got to hit this. Okay. And we are noticing, it's not happening dramatically, but there are people that are purchasing our patterns for King of Saga. So one person bought today, which we're very thankful with, and we thank you all very much because it does take work and effort to do these patterns, make them, all that kind of stuff. Thank you very much. But it's why we're testing them out here, because at least when I know they're going on to our merch store, I know that they have been tested by myself, and I know that they're going to be good for people to be able to use. So I appreciate everybody's understanding when it comes to that, because I would not feel comfortable. I'd have to test them out privately, which is fine, but it's so much more fun to do it on here with everybody to see. And then what we try to do is if you do purchase a pattern, we will try, once we get that pattern up, to include the playlist of the piece on the YouTube channel so that you can go back. You may not go back and watch the whole thing, but you have an idea of the piece we've done. Certainly glad to go watch the whole live again, but you can, if you want to just watch the key part, part of it, understand how we did it, then that's amazing. So we try to do that so that people have an idea of that part. So I've got two more little pieces. Got this part and then the next, and then I'm going to go do what I need to do, and I'll come back, and you all have seen me tuck it into the bottom. I can do that real quick. Like I said, that's too much. It was right here. Like I said, probably gonna need more some kind of green like this, but that'll be pretty easy to come by. It's like a khaki green almost, like an army green, but it goes really nice with it. So I just thought if I try to put a whole pattern around, as pretty as that is, it's going to be just too much, too overwhelming. It needs a solid on the bottom. Come up. That's not supposed to. Trying to kind of figure that out. I'll probably have to I'll have to put some glue around that part because that's going to need it. When we frame it, it'll come in a little bit. It'll push it in. When we frame it, we'll be pushing any kind of thing in like that. Sometimes you just have to be very careful with this tool because, like I said, it can absolutely make holes in the fabric or holes in the board very easily. but sometimes it just needs the same rubber as your ultimate tool, but sometimes these just have a little bit more weight to them and they can get down in where I use the white one a lot. That's the one I go to. So ouch. That's the one with the thinnest out of those tools, and we have them all on our fabric list, our link tree, so that you guys can find them real easily. Sometimes just taking and smushing the fabric, smushing down this helps. I know it's not a term, but I don't think I have a term for it. I'll just call it King of Saga facelifts. And okay, we have one more piece, and then I gotta jump off. Partly because I gotta go. Josh changed the sheets, and I have to go finish what I need to in the kitchen. Okay, one more piece. Last piece. So you guys can see how this is going to be. And then I don't see me doing any more Kina Saga probably until Friday, if I'm up to it. I thought we'd get a lot more green out of this, but I'm probably going to have to go find more green because I don't think I'm going to get as much as I thought. But that's okay. I was thankful I had it because just absolutely needed something. I can take it to Country Fabrics where we get a lot of our fabrics from. And notice was saying low battery. Like, you're supposed to be plugged in. You're apparently not. Okay, take this. And I've got to put that bin over there too. Okay, we got that curved piece again. So you have to get it into where you're going to need it because that's where you're going to need it. So you want to make sure you're in like Flynn. Right? I heard that saying. And then you can kind of cut around it. Because if you don't, you're going to cut it too short. And I'll have to finish my juice. I'll have to put some glue around there because it was a little short. But that's okay. That's what the glue's there for. Use it. Because it does, sometimes you do need it. Certain areas. Oops. All right, we gotta get, where is it? Right here, I think. Well, it won't hurt for glue to be there. I know it needs it here. And shouldn't need it here. Okay. Got some glue there, and then it's probably all, well, I can't say it's not all the glue I'm going to need, but make sure we're covered. Make sure. Let's give this just a little bit of a facelift so it looks more pointed than it did. Because it kind of got buried with the green a little bit. You have to just be careful when you do it because you could. I've knocked them out of the park when I've done it, but just does help to bring it up just a little bit. You don't want to bring it up too much because like that and just, but you do want to bring it up somewhat. All right, I think that's good. And kind of right here. I don't know if that kind of had the problem. I think it was right in here. Like I said, the only thing that's on the list that that's not really, is just a cushion from my seat. Because we've been sitting here for a while, and it was cushion. It was nice, but kind of sag away the cushion on this chair. So I did put that on. But the rest of the things on the list are certainly would be a blessing if you feel so led. You don't have to. Just be here enjoying the content. Okay. So now we're going to get this on. And I got to get going. But at least y'all get to see. And I'll get to see by tucking it in. It's not going to be as good as I'm probably going to go back and retuck it. But I want to see what it looks like. And I can't really appreciate it. And now when you're coming up to those little edges, hold the spot. Hold the spot right there. On that spot. And I'm probably not going to glue them in yet in case I want to bring them back up because it looks like I'm going to have to. Not doing it very, kind of getting it in there and I'm not. They're getting in the spot and I can see how it's going to look. It's not as, and like I do the rest of it, but I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Still have glue here, so let me put my glue down. Okay. Okay, y'all. I love it. I love it. And I love the edge. I'm glad I fixed that real quick before I added it. You can't really tell the cuts because that's busy fabric. That's so cool. It came out really cool. I love the green because it's not busy. I think if we had left it with that busier fabric, it would have been way too busy. So I love it, y'all. Came out so cool. So anyway, I have to get going. Love how it came out. Love how our pumpkin came out. And this pattern will be on the website very soon, along with some of the other ones I need to get going on. I thought maybe on Tuesday I can take care of getting patterns up, or not Tuesday, but Wednesday when I know I'm going to just need to take it easy. Take it easy to fix this. It kind of got. It's wrinkled for some reason. And we got to unwrinkle it. It just got wrinkled enough. Nothing wrong with it being wrinkled, but it just. We're going to actually, well, I need to tuck that in better. I'll find the way it's got to go this way. Because otherwise going to get wrinkled. So I'll fix that later because this is going to get wrinkled. Like I said, I didn't do the greatest art tucking it, and I need to kind of tuck it again. And if I do this, it's got to be down. Yeah, I'll have to redo it again. I'll not redo it, but I've got to take it so that it's got to be cornered more. So it's got to be kind of like that. But I've got to redo this whole section because I'm not happy with how it's tucked. But I will redo it later. But I love how it came out. I don't know why this keeps telling me. It's no battery when it's not. It's telling me I need to get done with what I need to get done. But anyway, that is just, I love how it came out. It came out so cool. So this pattern will be available on the merch store very, very soon. I will be doing more of these because I need to do them for craft fairs and so forth and other things in Fall Fest. But I wanted to get it done because I've got to put it in my video for Fall Fest. So if you're someone that's participating in Fall Fest, or of course with Gale Southern Living and so forth and entering in, remember you may be winning one of these pumpkins along with some other things. We're going to throw in sub caddies and probably a gift card or something like that. But this is going to be one of them. There was something wrong with that keel. It was not good. It ain't gone bad. That's what happened with that. So I'll clean up in a little bit. Love you all. Remember to be proud of being you. Everyone else is taken. There's nobody else like you. We have you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. Keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required. We will see you tomorrow morning. I guarantee you we may see you two on the way home. And I guarantee you probably won't see me Wednesday. Who knows? You may. I've got to figure out the horse and buggy. I've got to get the wheels more accurate. But I love this. Love it, love it, love it. Love y'all. Have a great night. Bye bye, everybody. See you tomorrow morning. Stay connected.